Let's just make sure I grab the right key. Oh, that's a mouse. Those are mice. As you can tell, there's a little bit of rust work. A little bit. It looks probably worse than it actually is. I mean, just the floor pan on the front driver's side. Rest of it's actually pretty good. Obviously some cleanup because I, kind of just turned this thing into a storage unit more than anything. I'll have to bolt up the gauges back, but I have everything here. Those are actually a pile of money on eBay, believe it or not. I have just the factory right one, so I literally just have to screw it back together and then it's fine. I had a 65 F250 parts truck I had bought. I almost should have just kept it because it wasn't terrible, but, the usual thing we do, right? Kill one truck to make another one. That's where I stole this engine from. This old 292Y block came from that 250. That was actually the last year of this engine that Ford produced it as well. So this thing beforehand was a 223 six-banger, I believe. It was seized. I did everything I could to try and not make it seize, but that didn't work. So I just replaced it. See on this side of the truck, pretty rust-free, very nice inside, not too shabby. Again, I just gotta get all this junk out of here and start doing things with it. I guess first I really should start by cleaning out this disaster inside, but seeing as I don't know which car half the stuff is for, that's gonna happen after. So instead we'll start with bolting some of this stuff up, but it's obviously disgusting, both sides. So we'll just take a little wipe and, after some TV magic, it's gonna look, I don't know about good as new, but it's gonna look better. Quick wipe down, it already looks a million times better. Interesting thing, this is also glass, not plastic, like all the new cars you buy where everything is plastic. This comes from a time when they cared about how they built things, and craftsmanship was evident, always. Maybe not on a typical F100, but you know what I'm talking about. And what's really left on the to-do list? Well, I have to unbolt that, which is the arm for the clutch. So unbolt it, put it back on the pivot ball, bolt it in. I'm gonna take this hose, drill a hole right about there, put it through, poke it for the oil pressure gauge that somebody had put on this truck. I'm gonna keep it. And then the obvious things, which is put a battery in it because you kind of need that. Not really gonna go very far with that one. One other little issue with the old F100, this factory hood, when I bought it, tried to open it, and basically everything ripped. So now I'll have to try and weld all that back together because I definitely don't want to buy a new one. I don't even know if they make the hood for these trucks actually, but literally can't beat that patina color. So let's get to it. Yeah, give or take, that'll work. Come on. Just want to blow through that last little bit, hey? Oh yeah, come on, come on. Why is it always gotta be so difficult? Yeah, there we go. And after a touch of TV magic, the gauge cluster's in. Ford made this a bit of a multi-gauge, so I mean, of course, you got your speedo, then you have fuel and engine temperature all on there, generator dummy light, as well as oil, in case you forget that you didn't put oil in your truck before you started it. There's a little light that'll remind you. Alright, make this nice and simple for now. I really need to get a better recording device. It's so hard doing this with one hand all the time. There we go. 1 oil pressure gauge. Drop that on. Tighten it up later because it's just temporary. More temporary stuff. I think it's gonna work. We're gonna give it a shot. Another temporary thing, no exhaust. Straight pipe right after the manifold because I don't know what I'm gonna do for exhaust yet, but I mean, just try and see if it's gonna run and fire up, move it in the garage. Don't really need that.